Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Transformers Friday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman. And today, I am presenting you with Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Kingdom, Autobot Blaster, and Eject. Thank you for watching this video or any of my other videos that you may have run across, which I hope is all of them. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews or just to help the channel out further. That's all cool too. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future, you will be notified as my new content becomes available. And with all that said, let's get into it. And as we always do here on Digital Caveman Presents, let's start off with a look at the packaging. And here on the top, you know, some cave painting of an Autobot symbol, Transformers War for Cybertron, some golden disc symbols, WFC K44. On the front, Autobot Blaster and Eject. And then there it is again in Cybertronian Takara Tomy, Generations Transformers. Hasbro print, Transformers Kingdom War for Cybertron Trilogy, 8 and up. Nice artwork, a little bitty window showing off, you know, part of Blaster. And then the artwork where he is in boombox mode, and then it goes across to the side where you have him in robot mode running across lava plains. He is a Voyager class. And there's some more Cybertronian down there at the bottom. On this side, that lovely Kingdom artwork that we have come to know and love so well. Authentic. Transformers Kingdom War for Cybertron Trilogy. And on the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, symbols I'm not going to learn, a barcode, and authentic. On the back, we have nice product shots of Blaster and Eject, Transformers, more than meets the eye, cave painting, Autobot Blaster, Eject, and transforms in 20 steps. Warning! Don't stick things in any language pie holes ever that don't belong there. Small print, fine print, legalese print, recycled print, Hasbro print, made in Vietnam print, and that's it, my friends, for the packaging. Now let's take a look at the figure in his alt mode and his accessories. And first up, we have the instructions. Autobot Blaster, Eject. And on the inside, nice illustrations of how to transform him in these nice Kingdom colors, which I have come to love. And I know they're going to change it for Legacy, but I really wish they'd stick with this color scheme because it stands out, and to me, it's easier to follow. You may or may not disagree, or you may or may not agree. Either way, you can comment below. Let me know how you feel about these Kingdom instructions. And then also, and I understand a lot of people are getting this card with their Blaster, it's Unicron. And of course, it's the foily sticker thing on the outside of it. And then on the inside, there's Unicron eating a planet. And of course, on the back side of the card, the golden disc. Because it's golden and disky. And there I go bumping the camera again. But, you know, that's me. Camera bumper. Here we have his Blaster. Blaster's Blaster. So, nice sculpted detail, and it is molded in color. So, nice looking. Very reminiscent of the classic G1 Blaster of Blaster. Then we have the first figure of the group, and it is Eject. And he is made up in some transparent plastic. Nice paint apps here. The rest of it is molded in this transparent plastic, except for this middle body part right here and pieces of arms and legs there. So very nice. And he does, you know, you don't push down on the buttons as you would expect maybe to. You push in on them and the chest piece or cassette deck pops out, and then you can just slide him right in there and he fits in there good. And the eject works pretty well with eject. And now for Blaster itself, a nice tampo of the Autobot symbol, speakers on the side and the front, some knobs and stuff, red and black with yellow and gray. And, you know, here's the handle. Boom, chicka, boom, 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 boom. Walking down the street, feeling of the beat. Or whatever. And on the back, not really a whole lot to talk about. Red plastic, gray plastic. His gun, however, if you notice in the handle here, there is a slot. And here's a tab. And I believe the directions show for it to go this way. So there is weapon storage. A very nice looking 80s-esque boombox. Where are the street dances? But that does it for a look at Blaster and Eject in their alt modes with accessories. And now we're going to take a look at some alt mode comparisons. And here I have a handful of Spy Masters or Spy Patrol and stuff. Basically cassettes from Soundwave. And there we have Frenzy or Rumble, whichever side of the debate you may be on that with Eject. And here is me dropping stuff. Here is Rumble or Frenzy, whichever side of that you're on with Eject. Officially, Hasbro says this is Rumble. And officially, Hasbro says this is Frenzy. And that is based on the toy colors. The original G1 toy colors, rather. Here is Ravage from the Netflix Earthrise Soundwave with Eject. And here is Laserbeak from that same pack with Eject. As you can see, really not much to look at from the backside, I would say. And then from the Spy Patrol pack, here is Eject with Rat Bat. And here we have, Core Class Soundwave with Eject. And here we have Soundwave, the Voyager class Soundwave, Earthrise, Netflix, Earth mode. And let's see. Does he fit? He fits okay. He doesn't eject too well. Kind of like Rumble and Frenzy. Let's set Eject to the side here, and here we have the Earthrise Soundwave with Blaster. And, you know, weapon storage on the backside. And I feel like Soundwave got a whole lot more paint apps than dear old Blaster here. But Blaster takes him in size, yeah? But Blaster should be bigger. So, there's that. We'll get him out of the way, and we'll put, this is how he sizes up with the core class Soundwave. That actually, that actually seems like a little closer in scale. Proper scale, I guess I should say. And then, with me as always, is that Titans Returns Legends class Bumblebee. And Leader class Alternate Universe Amazon exclusive Optimus Prime, or Dead Optimus Prime. So as you can see, the scale's light way off there. And that, my friends, does it for a look at alt mode comparisons. And now, ladies and gentlemen, comes the comedy portion of our show, where I attempt to transform these Transformers. And Eject is fairly simple, so let's start with him. Turn him right side up. And watch, I said it was easy, and now it's not going to be. There you go. You unlock his leg from up here and just pull it down. Twist it to face forward. Same on this side. And this guy he is different than Rumble and Frenzy. Then this is his shoulders here. So we'll just straighten out and turn it where you can see there's his fist. And then same thing on this side. Rotate him out. And then see if you can get his head out of that little cubby hole. And then twist it around. And there is Eject in his robot mode. So that one was pretty simple. Now let's see if I can figure out how to do Blaster. Remember how to do him. I transformed him once. So you separate the handlebar. I guess handlebar, or just handle. And then collapse them down after you turn them. And you can see there's a peg right here. And there's a hole right here. So there we go. And as you can see, it goes all the way through. The hole does. And let's take that off. Forgot to do that. There we go. There's that part done. And I do believe, similar to Soundwave, this part unclips. Or lifts up, doesn't unclip. But it does untab. There's slots and tabs. So be aware of that. And then I do believe, what do we do next? These pieces with the knobs and stuff on them, you untab. And then once you untab them, you can turn the legs out. And as you can see, there's the slots right here. And there's the little tab. So you want to do that. Then you want to take these panels and do they close that part down, and then it'll go right in there. And again, close this part down, and then close that up. Then doesn't stay like that. Turn the legs like this. And then these, you push on one side and they flip around. And it's on the outside part. You push that around. And that don't seem quite right. And you flip his feet out if you can. Let me see if I can get this and flip them out. Yeah, that works better. I don't know. And look at this real quick. And yes, I got them backwards somehow. Oh, I know how I got them backwards. Dude. Twist them like that. Then, there we go. That looks much better. So I forgot to flip the waist around to put these handlebars or the handles on the outside. So then with the arms, fold them down, and then the hands, and they don't really lock into place, which kind of sucks. And then you turn it around, and that will tab in. I know you heard it. We'll look at it on this other side. So there you see the tab right there. Oh, that would be a slot right there. That's the tab right here. And then there's the slot, and it just kind of pops on there. So, and then again with the hand, just flip that down and just kind of straighten the arms up a little bit. Then you turn him around to the back side, open that up, which will reveal his head, and you flip it out, maybe. There we go, and blaster, of course, his blaster can still go like this, but it can also go like that, or you can put it in his hand. And there, my friends, all transformed blaster and eject. And now let's take a look at the figure and his accessory. They're the figures, rather, and his accessory. And of course, the accessory we've really already looked at. It's a blaster's blaster that blasts a lot of blasting. Can't really do anything with a blast effect, though. So there's that. Now let's take a quick look at Eject. A nice paint apps on the face. And then here on the chest end, he got a case of the gold crotch. And he's, you know, mostly transparent. Let's move Blaster out of the way for just a minute. So there's that. Let's take a look at his articulation real quick. He can do the full Exorcist. He can look up, you know, way far because of transformation. Down, not so much. No ab crunch or waist twist. 360 degree around at the shoulder. Arms can come out about 90 degrees, not quite, because of these shoulders. 360 degree pivot at the elbow because it's on a ball joint. So, and then, you know, you get in and out also. And then nothing else for the arms. For the legs, he can give you, you know, splits for days. And again, nothing at the waist. You know, that much knee bend, mostly due to transformation. And it's on a ball joint too. So you also get some rotation there at the knee. All right, now let's set him to the side. Let's take a look at Blaster. I do like the paint apps on the face and the forehead because it looks like the head is mostly cast in red, and then, you know, the eyes, face, and forehead are painted on it. So nice job there. Nice tempo, nice yellow. At least I think it's yellow. I'm colorblind, so don't make fun of handicap people. Again, you know, he has the ejection action there. And he even has the finger. Hey. So, you know, he can kind of sort of mash his own buttons. And then the rest of it, not really any paint apps, just cast in some red and gray and black plastic. Not much at all about the backside. Some paint apps here. And he got some butt paint. And that's about it. Let's see how his articulation works out. 360 degrees full exorcist. He can look up that high. He can look down that low. And the shoulders will come out not quite 90 degrees. And you do get a 360 degrees rotation there at the shoulder. The upper bicep, there's a mushroom peg, which gives you another 360 degrees. Then he has a single hinge at the elbow, which gives you slightly better than 90 degrees. And then, you know, no rotation at the wrist. The wrist, of course, can go in some, and it can go out a lot due to transformation. So, I'm sure there are filler kits coming for this real soon. Then again, of course, he's got the ejection action going on there. A full 360 degrees worth of rotation at the waist. And he can do the full splits because rotation and splits is what he needs to do his breakdancing routine. Legs come forward about 90 degrees. Back, if you move his plate of butt out of the way, you can get it backwards that far. And at the upper thigh, a 360 degree rotation. And at the knee, approximately 90 degrees. And then the toes can go up because of transformation. So you can get a, you can call that articulation if you want to. And then for ankle tilt, he gets that much. No rocker. And then, of course, I showed earlier his blaster, you know, it can still go on this way, although that looks kind of awkward in this mode. So he has several other here. Well, not in that, that's a screw hole. So there, here, probably here. Yeah, kind of fits there too. So. And then, of course, he can hold it in his hand. And there we have Blaster and Eject in their robot modes. And I'll look at both of them in their robot modes. And now it's time for robot mode comparisons. And first of up, we have Legends class, Titans Returns Legends class, Bumblebee. Leader class, Netflix Earthrise Optimus Prime. So, I don't know. It seems to me like maybe Optimus should be a little bigger than Blaster. So, Blaster may be scaled up a little too big in his robot mode. I'm not sure. I have to go back and look at some side-by-side cartoon comparisons or something. And here he is with that Netflix Earthrise Soundwave. And as you can see, Blaster is a bit bigger than Soundwave, and which in G1 toys, you know, Blaster was pretty big. And here we have him with Core Class Kingdom Soundwave. Or them, I should say, not him. And here they are with Spy Patrol Ratbat. No, not from Spy Patrol. He was from Micromaster 2-pack. With Rumble here, and that's according to Hasbro. Rumble is red. And I don't know. Yeah, I thought there was going to be a lot of reuse here, but when you look at it and then the way that they transform, there's really not a whole lot of reuse at all. The torso may have been retooled. Maybe. Even the legs are, if the legs are the same, they're retooled, but I don't know. No, the legs on him, on Eject, aren't even as long as they are on Rumble. And then from the Netflix Soundwave pack, there he is with Laserbeak. And here's Ravage with them from the same Netflix pack. And then, according to Hasbro, here's Frenzy. And he is from the Spy Patrol pack. Alright, my friends, that does it for Robot Mode comparisons. And now for final thoughts on Voyager class, Kingdom, Blaster, and Eject. I didn't note it before because I really didn't think about it, but Eject does not have that Siege shield gimmick of Soundwave's tapes. So he's pretty much just a robot and a clear tape. And another thing that I forgot to check out while we were doing comparisons and all that is, will Soundwave's tapes fit in Blaster? And here we have Frenzy. He kind of snaps in there and he works okay. And here's Laserbeak. And again, he works good. And here is Ratbat. And it looks like he's not going to fit. Well, if you force him in there, he will fit. So it's a tight squeeze on the sides, but he will fit. So all Soundwave's tapes will fit in Blaster. So for the final thoughts, again, you know, he doesn't have the little pig that sticks out to make him a shield, and then, you know, that's okay. You know, it's one more little piece they could have included on here to give him some extra value. But, you know, he is what he is, which is a tape. And originally, that's all he really was a robot and a tape. So that's what he is now. And then Blaster, you know, I think this is a good version of Blaster. Much more cartoony looking, really. I can see them doing him later with a different head with the glasses or goggles pulled down or included. maybe that's what we're getting in the Legacy. But, you know, overall, I give this guy a 9 out of 10. I think he's a good representation of the character. I think he transforms well. I think his alt mode is very, very reminiscent and works very well for G1 nostalgia purposes. He really is lacking on the paint apps. You know, he's got some here and here. And then, you know, that's basically it, except for on the chest and the face and the head. Everything else molded in plastic. So, I don't know. They're probably planning on doing one of those premium paint versions of Blaster, and I'm just not in on that. You know, $30 for this, or a little over $30 for this, yes, Voyager class. 50 some odd bucks for a Voyager class with a slightly snazzier paint job. No, not in for that. So, but overall, like I said, 9 out of 10 on this guy. I do enjoy it. This is actually the first Blaster that I've ever had in my collection. I was trying to get my hands on a Titans Returns. But every time I came across one, I missed it. So, wasn't meant to be, so that's no big deal. We have this one now, which I like this one better. He fits in the scale better, even though I think he's still a little tall, but I could be mistaken on that. Could just be me. But that does it for the review. Thanks for watching this video or any of my other videos that you may have come across, which I hope is all of them. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting the channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews or just help the channel out. That's cool too. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.